Good morning and welcome to Seagrove Bay. A bit breezy, slight chill in the air, nothing like when I was here in the winter, particularly one day I remember in February where I came out to photograph an absolutely spectacular sunrise, but gee, it was cold. But there's definitely a slight autumnal feel in the air today, and I'm here to photograph the sunrise. It's not going to be too spectacular. It's a bit of a clear sky, pretty much where the sun is going to rise, and then there's some cloud off to the north. I'll just spin you around. Okay, so you can see it's a nice scene here. Beautiful beach, like really busy at this time of year actually during the day, and it will be busy today because it's a nice forecast. But at the moment, deserted, and look, not a footprint in sight. So really pleasant morning. The boat's just bobbing around there with the waves coming in against the shore, and as I said, quite a stiff breeze really, coming at me really, I guess, from the northeast. So there you go. Right, I'm intending to go around to Priory Bay. Now whether I can get round there on the beach, I don't know, because the tide is going out, so should get easier. I think there probably is a way through without getting too wet. There is another alternative which involves clambering up some steps and then kind of going through the woods a little bit, but hoping to avoid that. Goes without saying that I've got my coffee with me this morning. Still got the rest of that to look forward to. Right, so as I said, I'm going to stroll, and hopefully there'll be a way down to use the beach to get round to Priory Bay. Of course, Priory Bay named after the priory that was once at St Helens, which is just round the corner, part of the same bay really, just kind of round the headland a tiny bit. Benedictine monks came here after the Norman conquest of 1066. I believe it replaced an Anglo-Saxon church, so that's where the name comes from. The Priory Bay Hotel used to be there. When I first came to the Isle of Wight, I remember seeing an advert in the local newspaper, the County Press, that said only 5 minutes away from cows by helicopter. So it was an upmarket establishment, but evidently not enough upmarket people were coming, because I think it went bust. So it's no longer used, and I've no idea really what's happened to it now. It's kind of looks a bit deserted. So that's where I'm heading as the Brittany ferry heads in towards Portsmouth. You can see there's nothing really in the way of colour on the horizon. There is some cloud, but then the sun, when it kind of breaks free of that cloud, is going to have unhindered light, and that's why I've decided to head to Priory Bay really, because I was thinking it might look really nice in the golden hour light. I think every other time I've tried to photograph it in the morning, we've had a little bit of light maybe, and then the clouds come across. So hopefully as golden hour develops with the summer leafage on the trees, it might look quite nice, say about half an hour after sunrise. That's my thinking anyway. Whether it turns out to be good thinking remains to be seen. Right, so this is kind of like one of the little gaps in the rocks that takes you from Seagrove Bay around to Priory Bay. Now, is there enough of a gap here to make it through? Oh yes, look at that, perfect. Again, pristine sand, not a footprint in sight. Glorious. Oh, and Priory Bay is looking magnificent this morning. And and there's the moon. Look above the trees. Oh, look at this, beautiful. So I've shot quite a bit into the sun, trying to get a few starbursts, trying to get a few interesting compositions and, with various foreground interest. And now I'm going to basically make my way right along the beach and try to take a few shots of the trees and this pristine beach as the tide begins to retreat. So let's see what I can come up with. It's really good to have the beach all to yourself and witness, I mean, not the best sunrise in the world, but a perfectly acceptable sunrise. And not a soul around, beautiful location. It's not too early really, the sunrise today at 6:10, so not ridiculously early, not 4 in the morning like it was at one point. So this is good, enjoying it. And the tide going out, just coming up to these kind of pieces of wood that people have stuck in the sand at this end of the beach, and maybe try and use these as a bit of foreground interest. I see my footprints, which rather spoil the pristine nature of the sand, but I suppose unless I could glide, a necessary mark on the beach, and though I guess I could have walked on the soft sand, that would have protected this hard sand from my footprints. And there's my shadow. Right, let's take one going down the beach. So I've just been trying a few shots with these kind of pieces of wood that have been stuck in the ground in the foreground, and kind of like sort of with the sun behind them. I'm going to try them with these ones as well, and then move my way back down along the other end of the beach. So I'm going to try it with this one. Well, someone's left some glasses. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is just get myself here, and then sun's still maybe a bit high. Well, that looks all right. Just increase the shutter speed to reduce the sort of flare of the sun, and away we go. So a silhouette of sorts. Okay. All right. One last go with these. See this kind of obviously when it's raining hard, this is like a little river of water that comes out towards the sea, but we haven't had much rain in the last few days, and then we've had plenty this summer, it must be said. Don't think we're having a drought anytime soon. Right, this tree, what to do with it? Right, so on this beautiful morning, I think I've, taken what looks to be on the camera, a few nice shots there of the bay. I think another cup of coffee beckons. Go home, maybe have a piece of toast, and have a look at what I've got this morning, and hopefully make a little video, and that should go on YouTube in an hour or two's time. So, on this beautiful morning from this wonderful location of Priory Bay, right here on the Isle of Wight, I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.